One word you've never heard me say. Hello. A word you would never hear Lord Varys say on Game of Thrones. Such a modern-day term. Such contemporary slang, I suppose. Hello. Yet here I am, saying hello to you, dear listener. My name is Lord Varys. I am not a lord, but everyone seems to call me that. Curious thing. They call me the Master of Whispers. Perfect for ASMR. The perfect nickname for one who is a practitioner, one who is good at the craft, for the good of the realm. It is a great honor to be on ASMR Genie's channel, to present myself in this manner in which I have had to hide most dearly all the other times. Something I just did in my own chambers, and finally I am able to do this for you, Varys. But enough about me. Now it's time to get down to dirty business and start reading you quotes from the show, played by Conleth Hill, as a matter of fact. That is the voice you are hearing right now. Impression by ASMR Genie, a most accurate and precious impression, I must say, of this actor Conleth Hill, his portrayal of Varys, called Lord Varys by many of these characters on the show. Shall we begin? So, I have pulled up imdb.com, where we see a lot of quotes from Lord Varys, a character from Game of Thrones. This is from 2011, from the first season, The Wolf and the Lion. I believe this is episode 5 of the first season. So, without further ado, here we go. How is your son, my lord? And I believe Eddard Stark says, never walk again. But his mind is sound. A blessing, then. I suffered an early mutilation myself. Some doors close forever, others open in most unexpected places. May I? If the wrong ears heard what I'm about to tell you, off comes my head. And who would mourn poor Varys then? North or south, they sing no songs for spiders. But there are things you must know. You are the king's hand, and the king is a fool. Your friend, I know, but a fool and doomed unless you save him. I didn't trust you. The Queen is not the only one who has been watching you closely. There are few men of honor in the capital. You are one of them. I would like to believe that I am another, strange as that may seem. And what sort of doom does the king face? The same sort as John Arryn. The tears of lies, they call it, are rare and costly thing, as clear and tasteless as water, it leaves no trace. Some dear friend, no doubt, but which one? There were many. Lord Arryn was a kind and trusting man. There was one boy. All he was, he owed to John Arryn. Esquire, Sir Hugh. Pity what happened to him, just when his life seemed to be going so nicely. The first to arrive, and the last to leave. I admire your industry. You do move quietly. We all have our qualities. You look a bit lonely today. You could pay a visit to my brothel this evening. First boys on the house. I think you are mistaking business with pleasure. Am I? All those birds that whisper in your ear. Such pretty little things. Trust me, we accommodate all inclinations. Oh, I'm sure. Lord Redwine likes his boys very young, I hear. I'm a purveyor of beauty and discretion, both equally important. Though I suppose beauty is a subjective quality, no? Is it true that Sir Marlon of Tumblestones prefers amputees? All desires are valid to a man with a full purse. And I heard the most awful rumour about a certain lord with a taste for fresh cadavers. Must be enormously difficult to accommodate that inclination. The logistics alone, to find beautiful corpses before they rot. Strictly speaking, such a thing would not be in accordance with the king's laws. Strictly speaking. Tell me, does someone somewhere keep your balls in a little box? I've often wondered. Do you know, I have no idea where they are, and we had been so close. But enough about me. How have you been since we last saw each other? Since you last saw me, or since I last saw you? Now, the last time I saw you, you were talking to the hand of the king. Saw me with your own eyes? Eyes, I own. Everyone's well aware of your enduring fondness for Lord Stark's wife. If the Lannisters were behind the attempt on the Stark boy's life, and it was discovered that you helped the Starks come to that conclusion, to think a simple word to the Queen. Disturbing news from far away, hadn't you heard? You want to assassinate a girl because the spider heard a rumour? No rumour, my lord. The princess is with child. Based on whose information? Sir J.R. Mormont. He is serving as advisor to the Targaryens. Mormont. You bring us whispers of a traitor half the world away and call it fact. Jorah Mormont's a slaver, not a traitor. Oh dear, I believe that is Peter Baelish's quote. Let me read that one more time. You're a Mormonted slaver, not a traitor. Small difference, I know, but an honorable man. He broke the law, betrayed his family, fled our land. We commit murder on the word of this man. And if he's right, if he has a son, a Targaryen at the head of a Dothraki army, what then? The narrow sea lies between us. I fear the Dothraki the day they teach their horses to run on water. Do nothing. That's your wise advice. Do nothing till our enemies are on our shores. You, my counsel. Counsel speaks sense to this honorable fool. I understand your misgivings, my lord. Truly, I do. It is a terrible thing we must consider, a vile thing, yet we who presume to rule must sometimes do vile things for the good of the realm. For the good of the realm. For the good of the realm. Should the gods grant Daenerys a son, the realm will bleed. I bear this girl no ill will. How many innocents will die? How many towns will burn? Is it not wiser, kinder even, that she should die now, so that tens of thousands might live? We should have had them both killed years ago. When you find yourself in bed with an ugly woman, best to close your eyes. Get it over with. Cut her throat. Be done with it. The wolf and the lion will be at each other's throats. We will be at war soon, my friend. Delay, you say? Move fast, I reply. This is no longer a game for two players. I've always hated the bells. They ring for horror. A dead king, a city under siege. A wedding. Exactly. Lord Stark, you must be thirsty. Excuse me while I take a drink myself. For the good of the realm. I must say, that is some good water, my lord. Now, where were we? I promise you it isn't poison. Why is it no one ever trusts the eunuch? Not so much, my lord. I would save the rest if I were you. Hide it. Men have been known to die of thirst in these cells. You will be pleased to know our mutual friend is doing quite well in Lady Sansa's service. And it seems the Grand Maester has found his way into a black cell. Well played, my Lord Hand. But should I be worried? Janos Slint, Pycelle, the small council grows smaller every day. Power is a curious thing, my lord. Are you fond of riddles? 3 great men sit in a room, a king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other or two. Who lives? Who dies? Depends on the sellsword. Does it? He has neither crown, nor gold, nor favour with the gods. He has a sword, the power of life and death. But if it's swordsmen who rule, why do we pretend kings hold all the power? When Ned Stark lost his head, who was truly responsible? Joffrey, the Mad King, or something else? Power resides where men believe it resides. It's a trick, a shadow on the wall. And a very small man can cast a very large shadow. Oh, the Queen mustn't know how I love whatever the quote is. I'm afraid we have run out of time, dear listener. I must go, but I really hope you enjoy this session. The next time you want to hear things from me, my little birds, I have no idea what I'm going to say. My little birds, something, my lord, my listener. Until next time, thank you for listening to me, and once more, this is ASMR Genie's channel you are on. This is ASMR Genie's video you are listening to and watching. I will leave. For the good of the realm.